Okay, so factoring this. Now, is factoring this going to be like factoring the first two that we did up here? Is it going to be easy like that?
No.
Now, it's a little bit more involved. So the first thing we want to think about here is there anything common in these, that like a greatest common factor that I could pull out of all three of those?
No.
No. Because out of this one, out of the a term, the 2x squared and the negative 18, I could pull a 2 out of both of those, but I could not divide a 2 evenly out of the b term, out of the negative 9x. Okay? I could divide a 9 out of the b term and the c term evenly, but I couldn't divide 9 out of 2. So there's no greatest common factors in here. So we're going to go through that process that we described yesterday. Okay? And again, what's been called, not my term or whatever, but called the bottoms up method. Okay? I was thinking about that. Maybe that needs to be called denominators up or something. I don't know. I'd like that better. But anyways. So what do we need to do here? Okay, the first thing we need to do, remember, is we need to multiply the a times the c. So the a coefficient times the c, so 2 times negative 18. And what is 2 times negative 18? Negative 36. Okay, now the second thing we're going to do is we're going to rewrite that equation, or that trinomial, I mean. And when we rewrite it, what do? Okay, good. So just in general, first of all, we're going to drop off the coefficient of the a. So I'm just going to write x squared, okay, without the a. Nothing changes the b. And then what am I going to put here in place of this c? This negative 36, this product we got of a and c. So I'm going to take this negative 36, and it's going to go in place of that right there. Okay? The third thing we're going to do now is we're just going to factor it like we did the first two. So what can you multiply to get 36? 136, 218, 312, 49, and 6 and 6. So just like before, which one of these pairs is going to get me a 9? It's got to be the 3 and 12. Because the 1 and 36, if I subtract them, it gets me to 35. If I add them, it gets me to 37. So that's not it. 2 and 18 either get me to 16 or 20. 3 and 12 gets me to either to 9, that's what I want, or to 15. So that's the good one. 4 and 9 either get me to 5 or 13. And 6 and 6 either get me to 0 or to 12. Okay? So I don't need those, don't need those. This is the pair I need. Now, just like before, this needs to be negative and this needs to be negative. Good. One needs to be positive, one needs to be negative. Which one needs to be which? Good. So we're going to have 3 negative 12 because 3 times negative 12 is negative 36, but 3 plus negative 12 is negative 9. So that's what I want right there, is 3 and negative 12. So I'm going to have x plus 3 and x minus 12. Now, what's the next step? Okay, we divide by the original a term. We divide by the original a. So what was the original a? 2. Is this 2. So I'm going to go in here, divide both of these by that 2. Okay? Now the next step is to simplify. Okay, can I simplify 3 over 2? No. Nope, there's nothing I can do to that. So that's going to, we'll take care of that in the next step. Can I simplify 12 over 2?
Yes.
To what?
To negative 6.
It's going to turn into a negative 6, okay? So then that brings us to our last step, and this is where the name comes from. This is where the bottoms up goes. Okay, here I can't simplify this, so what do I do to this 2? You bring it up in front of the x. So it's going to be 2x plus 3, and that's in parentheses. And then here, we could simplify this, so 12 over 2 simplified to what? 6. To 6, to a minus 6. Okay? And that is that factored. All right, next one. Let me erase some of this out here. Come on. Okay, is there anything that's common in these that I could factor out?
No.
Nope. There's that 2 and that 3. I mean, there's just nothing I can pull out. So I'm just going to go into what I did here. So what's the first thing I'm going to do?
8 times 8.
Okay, I'm going to go 8 times negative 3. And I'm going to rewrite this. So I'm going to have x squared. Notice I dropped off the a. So we just dropped that off. We rewrite the b. That nothing changes there. And then what's going to go in this place right here?
-24.
That negative 24. We put here what we got from this product, the negative 24. So this dropped off, this stayed the same, this became the product of this and this. Now we're going to factor this. So what can you multiply to get 24?
1 and 24. 2 and 12. 3 and 8.
So which one of those pairs is going to get me to a 2?
4 and 6.
It's 4 and 6. Okay, this needs to be negative, this needs to be positive. So it's going to be what? Okay, we need the sum of them to be positive.
Actually, it should be -4.
Yeah, so it's going to be a -4 and positive 6 because -4 times 6 is what? -24, but -4 plus 6 is what? Is a positive 2. If we did that the other way around, if we had 4 and -6, 4 times -6 is -24, but what is 4 plus -6? -2, but I need this to be a positive 2. So it's not this one, it's this one. So we're going to have x minus 4, and we're going to have x plus 6. Now what do I do? Divide by this original a, divide by 8. Okay? So I'm going to divide this by 8, I'm going to divide this by 8. Now I'm going to simplify that. Can I simplify either one of those?
No. Yes.
Yes, actually I can simplify both of them. Because what does 4 over 8 simplify to? To 1/2. So I'm going to rewrite it like this. Okay? And then can I simplify 6 over 8? To 3/4. Now notice neither one of them simplified to a whole number, but they did simplify in their fractions. Okay? And you always want that fraction to be as simplified as it can be for this factoring method to work. So now we're going to do bottoms up, and it's going to be on both of these. So the 2 comes to the front on the first one. So we have 2x minus 1. And then the 4 comes out to the front for this one, 4x plus 3.